we have made it to the season finale, Housewives of and welcome to the reality. I'm sorry. Okay, are we recording? Hi, I'm Vank.
And I'm Jaya.
And welcome to the reality hate guys and girls and theys and gays. We've made it to the season finale reunion of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Utah. And welcome to episode 9, where we recap the magnificence. So, shall we get into it, girl?
Let's get into it.
Recap.
Not much happens.
Pretty boring.
Barely scratched the surface. We didn't know that Lisa Barlow had so many enemies.
Surprisingly, my opinion about Lisa Barlow has kind of altered since the last time we spoke.
How about it? Yeah. One of the biggest things that happens at the beginning is Meredith comes in hot. Jen and her are enemies at this. Jen had attacked her son Brooks, made fun of his tracksuit, mocked that there was only one. Meredith had said, "Don't you understand that this is a kid? He's what, 21 years old?
Yeah,
nice.
He's wearing something.
Did this himself, and it's his first one tracksuit.
It was just so
disrespectful.
I agree.
Do not be rude to Brooks Marks.
Not bookmark.
Not bookmark.
What we learn is that the twinsies, Lisa Barlow and Meredith, had birthdays a day apart. They have birthdays that are a day apart. No one really acknowledged Lisa Barlow's birthday except for Lisa Barlow. And we see Lisa Barlow saying, like, "It's my birthday. It's my birthday. My birthday. My birthday. My birthday."
Lisa Barlow's in the background going, "My birthday. My birthday."
We see Lisa Barlow come in hot, right? She is angry with almost everyone on that set except for Jen. Comes and attacks Heather, really going after Heather.
Heather stood her ground.
Heather stood her ground. We flashed to Mary Cosby, who's, still making crazy eyes in the closet. Andy asked a lot of questions. One of the questions, though, was about Mary Cosby's fashion, which Mary Cosby thinks she is, so on top and at the forefront of fashion, when really I feel like she looked like a trash can half the time.
They called her a loofah.
They called her a loofah in that green dress, right?
Yeah. I think production definitely picked the most shady questions ever.
Right? Because then the next question is about Jen and whether she's had plastic surgery or not. She says that she's not, that she's only had fillers. But then someone asked her if she was 50 years old, why are you still throwing temper tantrums?
She's not 50. I love how she's not 50. She's 47. They might as well. I'm 49 and a half. I'm not 50.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
the child would say.
Well, the plastic surgery that you haven't had and the fillers that you have had are not doing you any favors.
And by the way, I'm sorry, Jen Shah's nose is perfect.
Yes.
There's no way that's not her nose.
She had work.
Except for the thing that happened when the baby hit the nose in the thing. Girl, you know what hit your nose? A chisel.
Exactly. It's like the deviated septum. I had a deviated septum and I had to have plastic. Okay, you had a nose job. It's fine. Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah. So then we move on. And they ask about Jen's million assistants and what she does and why it requires so many assistants. She's in marketing. We still don't understand what she does and why she needs as many assistants as what's her face from Sonia Morgan.
Sonia Morgan had a lot of unpaid interns.
These people are paid. Jen does pay them. Then we get into Jen really not apologizing to anyone. And when she does give the apologies, they're not heartfelt. She apologizes in the moment, when Andy Cohen brings it up to her, but she doesn't really, nothing's
The
genuine.
apology is
Not
still-
one apology has ever been genuine from.
It's like, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes. We also see Mary chime in for a moment and say that she triggers Jen. I don't think she's wrong.
I don't think she's wrong.
We move on to why Meredith and Jen's relationship fell out. Jen came over, apparently got drunk, waved her vagina around in front of Meredith's children, who left because they were uncomfortable.
There was a slight on Instagram where she's like, oh, he probably has never seen a vagina. Jen is attacking her son. As a kid, she's an adult. I mean, he's old enough to be my son. I could have a son as cool as Brooks Smart.
Maybe one day when you marry Seth. We also learned that Meredith smoked.
What?
Okay, so she had a cigarette.
What the f?
Like, I mean, it's literally Brandy Glanville calls out Kim and Kyle for possibly doing cocaine in the bathroom. And the big thing in Salt Lake City is, you drank Coca-Cola! I love the level of what's bad and what's not bad.
I mean, seriously. So we move on from that because we don't care. So then we have Lisa Barlow. Everybody feels that Lisa Barlow thinks she's a step above them.
Because she acts like a step above them.
Exactly. So we're just learning about the fact that Lisa Barlow's sort of the enemy.
I guarantee there's tape, there's production videotape of a whole other storyline on this show.
Right.
For season 1, but they focused on Jen.
Lisa Barlow doesn't feel that way. Lisa Barlow thinks she's been generous and kind, and she keeps saying that. I've been kind to you. I've been kind to you, Mary Cosby. I've been nothing but kind to you and kind to you and you and you.
If everybody's telling you the sky is blue, don't tell me it's nighttime.
So then there's a little bit of an interaction between Lisa Barlow and Mary Cosby, where Mary Cosby says, like, you're not my friend. And Lisa Barlow says, well, I don't think you treat people well. And Mary Cosby says, how do I not treat people well? And she said, well, look at your church. Look how you treated people at your church. And Mary Cosby goes, don't talk about my church.
Or I'll talk about your tequila. What are you going to say? I sell tequila? Ooh. Whitney did finally step up to call people out.
Yes.
Even if her attempt failed, like it didn't fail, but it was
She
like
stood her ground.
Roll the tape.
Yes.
Text messages. It's like they took an online class on how to be at your first reunion.
Right?
It's like a Phoenix class.
University of Phoenix for Real Housewives. So that's pretty much everything we saw. So of course, Vank and I watch What Happens Live after Mary Cosby.
I'm Bill Cosby.
Falls asleep in one of the upcoming reunion episodes.
She goes, they're like, did you fall asleep? She goes, I don't know.
I hadn't slept in 3 days. I hadn't slept in 3 days. I hadn't slept in 3 days. 3 days. I hadn't slept in 3 days. So I
was in college too, and I know what it was like not to sleep for 3 days. I'm not saying what was going on, but I'm definitely not saying it wasn't. It was stress induced. Hey guys, now that we've recapped, I just want to welcome a guest for the reunion. Let's give it up for my dearest friend of 16 years, Andrea.
Look at that great bow.
Oh my God. Is it bow time here?
It is.
It's Ty Bow. And it's a get it? No. Good. Andrea, why don't you give us a quick recap of your thoughts on the season?
I thought it was a great season in terms of it being different. Like, we got to see a totally different environment. It wasn't like Beverly Hills. It was set in the mountains. It was like across a beautiful snowy backdrop. And I really like seeing the different characters, the different religions. I learned a lot about Mormons. I don't know about you guys. Learned a lot about Mormons, learned a lot about businesses and tequilas. I mean, it was a solid show. I love the cast, the diverse cast. wild cast at times, especially to be Mormons. They really broke some of those stereotypes. So I'm giving it 2 thumbs up and not the fuck you.
Hey, and speaking of which, you're drinking. Are you drinking a special celebratory cocktail?
Yes, I am drinking a delicious margarita, but not with Vita tequila. So sorry, Lisa Barlow, but it's delicious nonetheless. Cheers.
Would you say that you have better tequila in there?
No comment. I'm not trying to get Lisa pissed off. In case she watches.
Was she one of your favorite characters?
Who doesn't love the Queen of Sundance?
Queen of Sundance, right? And those red boots that I'll never get over.
Who do you think our winners and losers were of Fashion's?
Winners, I love Meredith Marks. Shout out Brooke Marks. Love your tracksuit.
Did you like Meredith Marks' face shield?
The face shield, I feel like she was ahead of her times. Like, she didn't know Corona was about to happen, and bam, face shield. Like, I was like, yes, okay, a little clairvoyance there. So, losers, I'm disappointed in Mary. I gotta give it, like, I'm disappointed in my sister. Like, I'm like, come on. The green loofah from hell. She's like, Valentina, only some people can pull it off. Well, not you. Jen Shah sometimes, she was just tacky and gaudy.
How about it?
Now that we have Asians and we have the diaspora of some of the people represented on the minority side of
Yes.
Can we just be like, why? Not the best representation, but
and they have the most help. Cousins helping them, assistants.
How did they come out looking so bad? I mean, Mary Cosby never looked put together. Head to toe disaster.
Vagabond Central.
Yes.
I'm glad she admitted that her wigs were off point, but she did come in strong with her wig for reunion.
Wig was on point. She didn't come to play. She did not come to play for part 1 of the reunion.
No, and I even liked her dress. I didn't hate the dress.
I didn't hate it either. It was nice. I didn't understand the fur collar. I was like, just let it be. Let it breathe. You know, it could be worse. Up and not the fuck you.
Can we do a fire round of questions?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready, Andrea?
I'm down. Yeah. Let's do this.
Fire round of questions.
Fire round of questions.
Okay.
Okay.
You start.
Okay.
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 Start.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. Who do you think Jaya and I were too hard on?
I mean, it was so all deserving. Let's see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe Mary. She gets a lot of flack for being a grandfather fucker, tacky jackies. Sis needs a little uplifting, you know, maybe in the church, maybe in the spirits. So
if you were on the show and they said, okay, you have to start drama with someone, who would you start drama with?
Jen Shah, of course.
Yes,
go
right?
straight. Yeah, go straight to the queen.
No brainer, huh?
Yeah, she's gonna give it to you every time. Throw a glass, she's gonna give you a reaction, maybe scratch your eye, bury you. I mean, you never know how it could go with Jen.
Bank thought she would never hit. I think she would.
She totally hit. She totally probably like beats her. That's why he trusts her so hard.
I'm like, baby, I love you. Please don't hit me.
Yes.
I want to do everything for you.
Okay. Who do you think the show could lose and nobody would care?
Right now, I don't know because they all bring a storyline. Like Whitney was a little slow coming in, but she left out, like, you know, she ended swinging. Mary, she was absent most of the show, but yet she was talked about in every episode.
Very
like she
true.
didn't even need to be there. I mean, and who doesn't love a good Mormon girl paving her own way? We need Heather. Meredith Marks, we need her fashion, and we need Vita Tequila, you know, I mean, Queen of Sundance. We need all of them.
So you're saying, I'm gathering, let us keep them for a second season at least.
I
Let it
am.
marinate.
I want to see how it's gonna turn out, especially after the reunions, lines have been crossed, alliances have been made. I want to see what's gonna happen afterwards.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay, that's yeah. I thought you were gonna say Mary Cosby, no question, but like you have some good points. Would you rather have tattoo eyebrows or marry your grandpa?
Tattoo eyebrows.
Tattoo eyebrows?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Wait, why did Andrea have to have a half a second pause on that?
One is permanent, one's not, and I was just like, you know what? Still, I'll go with the permanent tattoo eyebrows.
True.
Not the end of the world, right? Not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world. Oh, okay. Who do you think is our MVP of the show?
Heather Gay. I'm gonna give it to Heather because honestly, her tagline, I thought it was a little corny at first, like I'm paving my own Mormon way. But then I'm actually like, this is a real person actually trying to do it on her own. And I love her pink Valentine's Day. Like she just radiates girl power. I love her.
So, okay, but did you like that pink dress? The Beauty Lab
Pink Pepto dress, not so much.
Because it wasn't flattering.
It wasn't flattering, but she just has a bright personality. Sometimes I can look past the Pepto, you know, to the heart.
I think that's great. I love that you like Heather Gay. She was kind of, I mean, I think she's the voice of the show. Like, I think she's kind of our narrator.
Definitely.
And so she's important, even though her storyline wasn't the most exciting storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather go in the hot water, in the hot springs, or would you rather go race car driving? So those hot springs that Vank thought were not great, or go race car driving?
I'm gonna do the hot springs.
Me too.
Yeah, it looks chill. I loved it. I didn't see what Jen Shaw's problem was. I was like, take me there with me anytime, okay?
Cool. And like the tubs, I was like, this is so cute.
It is cute.
Yeah.
Like I got ganged up on here.
Yeah, well.
I want to find that hot spring when I go to Utah. Like I'm searching it out.
I agree. I think you should.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you're heading to Utah in March, correct?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any hair salons that you've done any research on that you're going to go to when you head out there?
Yeah, so I saw that Mary said
there are no black salons in Salt Lake City, Utah.
I just wanted to help her out. We have Ebony and Ivory Hair Design. We have Sequel Salon, and we have a Girl Curl, all located in Salt Lake City and all recommended and can be found on Yelp and or Google.
Thank you for that information. If she can get out of her closet, maybe she'll get there.
That closet is another story. Hoarder.
I just want to, first of all, thank you, Andrea, for joining us for our first reunion recap.
Recap.
Yes.
You were
an amazing guest. This is our first guest.
You have to come back, please.
Thank you for having me. Definitely.
We love you.
Thank you guys for having me. I am a complete fan of reality hate, and I look forward to many more episodes.
Yes, yes. And I can't wait to meet you in person.
Right? I can touch you now.
I know, right?
Thank you so much, Andrea, for a breath of fresh air, and we hope you come back and visit us in the near future.
We are moving on to taglines.
Taglines. I can start with a dear friend of mine, celebrity matchmaker extraordinaire Alessandra Conti. She submitted her tagline. Whoever said diamonds are a girl's best friend never met a matchmaker. Woo!
I like that one.
This is true though, and she's got the proof. She has the proof.
The other one I'd like to call out is my friend Hallie Rosenberg. She's the greatest. She's Babu, and she has a good tagline. Her tagline is, my height isn't the only reason I'm looking down on you.
Woo!
Yay, Hallie Rosenberg!
Hey, Hallie, and that's actually very, I love that. You have a fabulous tagline that you've come up with.
So I came up with one. I may come up with others, but this is the one I have for the moment. My eyes may be big, but my opinions are bigger.
Yes. I love it. It's like Mary Cosby's like, my eyes are big, but that's because I haven't slept in 3 days.
So if you have a tagline, please put it on our Instagram and we will read it because we want to know your tagline.
Yeah, and you should definitely be following us at The Reality Hate F or Reality Hate F. You can find us. You can find us.
Follow us. Finally, we'd like to give some shout outs. And I think we're going to give our shout outs to our tagline gals.
Yeah, Alexandra Conti.
Yes, thank you. We love you. Hallie Rosenberg, we love you. You're extraordinary.
Thank
I
you.
missed you. I haven't seen you in person in a while.
And thank you so much for sending us in your taglines. Of course, we love to shout you all out. Continue to do that. And a special thank you for Andrea Long for joining us on our recap of the first of a 3-part series reunion special of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Woo!
Again, I'm Venk.
And I'm Jaya.
And this is the Reality Hate.
What do you think?
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Okay, start.
Blackwater. We like it.
So good.
Quenches that thirst.
So good.